Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, AR, the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the Ohio GOP, conjuring every single person that potentially is a RINO that voted for Jason Stevens for House Speaker the other day with all the fucking Democrat demons and stuff. So, yeah, pretty crazy shit, man. Pretty crazy shit for sure. Not something I expected to see happen in this state, honestly, dude. There is a lot of crazy shit going on right now, it seems like. And what's sad is you have even more and more that just seems to be, tilting off and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I know it was another round of votes today, and I don't think they picked anybody for House Speaker at a federal level anymore either. So that's like 15, 16 votes in on that one. But, yeah, so anyway, we're going to talk about specifically something that was found on Twitter this morning, which was particularly this little framework here, which says, let me see here. Actually, I gotta stop screen sharing to read the top part of it real quick here. So it said a resolution of conjure to Republican representatives who voted in favor of newly elected House Speaker Jason Stevens, SCC members Josh Brown, District 16, and Laura Rosenberger, District 10, January 6, 2023. I'm not sure what the SCC thing is, but it is what it is. Maybe, like, I'm trying to think what those are called now. County commissioners or something, maybe. Anyway, it says, whereas Ohio Republicans achieved a majority of members in the 135th Ohio House of Representatives with 67 members, while the Democrat Party achieved a minority of members with 32 members. So, whereas on January 16, 2022, the House Republican Caucus elected Representative Derek Marin to be the Republican Caucus nominee for the Speaker of the House, whereas on January 3rd, 2023, the 135th House of Representatives elected Representative Jason Stevens with a unanimous vote of all 32 Democrat Party members and a minority of 22 Republican Party members, each of whom were part of the Republican caucus that elected Derek Marin as the caucus nominee. That was back in November, early December is when they did that for Marin. It was supposed to be a secret vote or whatever they did back then. And it was them basically saying, hey, we're all going to cast like the secret ballot or whatever and stuff and be like, okay, cool. Like, you're going to be the guy here. And yeah, then apparently they all turned their fucking backs on him and we're like, no, we're going to go ahead and do a bunch of scumbag shit with Democrats now. It's so fucked up, man. Like, it really is. And the thing is, it is, honestly, in my opinion, it's worse than what happened there at a federal level, because in this case, you're basically stabbing your own party in the back on that one, dude. And not only are you stabbing your own party in the back, you are stabbing the people who would have liked to see Derek Marin as speaker, because Derek Marin would have been the best, most constitutionalist speaker in the state of Ohio when it came to the Second Amendment ever, as far as I'm aware. And his team, his specific transition team, like House Minority Leader and stuff, or House Majority Leader and stuff like that, and everything else like that, all those positions would have been going to 2A guys and stuff in our state house. So yeah, I'm fucking super pissed about them fucking screwing him out of that thing then, dude. Because the guy knew what the fuck he was doing, and he was actually for, finally doing the 2/3 majority vote thing is what it was, for having our state constitution change. And of course, because the fucking sellout Jason Stevens, that motherfucker, went to do a Crossroads Demon deal with that piece of shit Allison Russo to become speaker. Now that's basically out the fucking table, and she's trying to fuck over our state constitution pretty soon, is my guess. Honestly, they're Bloomberg buddies, is my guess. Not to mention Planned Parenthood is probably going to put some anti-life stuff on there for like pro-abortion garbage, is what it is, and kill more fucking kids in the womb. But anyway, let's just continue on here. Okay, so it was saying about 32 House Republican or 22 House Republican members, each of whom were part of the ballot for Derek Marin back in November. Said, whereas Representative Stevens was sworn in with the Democrat Party Minority Leader Allison Russo holding a Bible for him to be sworn upon, whereas the 22 Republican votes for Representative Stevens dishonors the vote, and the Ohio Republican Caucus dishonors the historic brand of the Republican Party and misrepresents the voice of Ohio Republican voters who collectively voted for these 22 members in order to defeat the dangerous and perverse Democrat Party caucus agenda, not to empower it. It says, therefore, to be resolved, the Ohio Republican Party State Capitol Committee, or ORPSCC. Okay, so it's State Capitol. Okay, those people that we're talking about earlier, it was State Capitol Committee then, okay. It said, hereby conjures the following 22 Republican representatives and thus resolves to prohibit any and all future Ohio Republican Party State Capitol Committee endorsements and financials of any kind assistance they would otherwise receive as an elected official or candidate for any office. So basically what they're saying is with this conjuring, hey, you want fucking party money? Guess what? You ain't getting jack shit, motherfuckers. The following people that were being conjured. Number 1, Jason Stevens. 2, Cindy Abrams, who, by the way, is in a pay-to-play down in Columbus herself right now. Number 3, Monica Basdell, who is a fucking first-termer at this point, honestly, dude. Number 4, Sarah Carruthers, who is another pay-to-play person. Number 5, John Cross. Number 6, Al Catrona. Number 7, Jay Edwards. Number 8, Hazy Gambardi, who is this fucking scumbag as far as I'm aware. I've talked to the guy before. He just comes off like a fucking piece of shit is what it is, dude. Number 9, Brett Hudson-Hillner, who I know for a fact is a RINO sack of shit, who's actually voted with Democrats when it comes to anti-life stuff in the past, as well as anti-gun shit in the past. Number 10, Don Jones. Number 11, Jeff LaRae. Number 12, Mike Loychek, who should be a Pro 2A fighter for us, but isn't. Number 13, Kevin Miller, who was an appointee, by the way, I believe from Householder. He was the one who took over Householder's district back in the day, after Householder got thrown out for, crimes and shit. Number 14, Scott Olinger, who is a known fucking career politician and keeps flip-flopping our General Assembly every 10 years or so with that piece of shit, Kirk Shearing. And it should have been out of office like at least 5 times at this point through actual term limits. Number 15, Tom Patton. Number 16, Gail Palgia, who, by the way, Gail barely won her district. And that's the worst part of it, right? You have these people that are here that are barely winning their fucking districts at all, dude. And are going to sit there and fuck the rest of us over is what it is, man. It ain't cool. It ain't right. So, anyway, go ahead and blow this up a little bit so people actually see what I'm talking about here. So yeah, we got number 16, Gail. Number 17, Bob Peterson, who, by the way, Bob Peterson should have been out of office this year. The fact that he was termed out of the state Senate and now flipped to the fucking Statehouse along with Cecil Thomas's bitch ass is absolutely ridiculous entirely, and I'm sick and tired of this shit, dude. Enough is enough of it. It's time to get these fuckers out of office entirely is what it is, dude, and throw them the fucking on their asses is what it is. Number 18, Tracy Richardson, who I believe was either their first or second termer now. Number 19, RINO Bill Seitz from Cincinnati. Number 20, DJ Swearingen. And by the way, DJ Swearingen was the fucking scumbag who actually put Terry stops into our constitutional carry. Otherwise, it would have been a clean bill and we would have actually had a better fucking version of constitutional carry. But no, DJ Swearingen is like, I'm going to be a little fucking asshole cunt for the NRA and stuff like that. And fucking Buckeye Firearms and fuck you all over is what it is, dude. Number 21, Bob Young. And number 22, Jean Schmidt, who has been the biggest fucking RINO of all at this point, dude. She was an old bitch from the fucking 90s who was in our state house, came back around in the 2020 election cycle, and is now trying to do away with our death penalty here. And it's like, why would you want to be doing without death penalty? Maybe because you're actually doing enough shit that would qualify you to be probably put on it, is what it is, dude. Like, seriously. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. And I'm not going to lie. I'm happy about some of the names on here, dude, because fuck these people. If you're going to sit there and you're going to fucking scumbag the American people, you're going to fucking scumbag your fucking bosses, the voter base that put you in there, your constituency, fuck you is what it is, dude. Seriously. It's a bunch of bullshit entirely. And we're all sick and tired of it, man. And I find it a fucking slap in the face that Loychek voted for fucking Stevens, bitch ass, dude. You're supposed to be a Pro 2A fighter, Mike Loychek. You're supposed to be a supposed combat veteran, dude. And yet you're going to sit here and become fucking Dan Crenshaw at a state level. Oh, yeah, I fucking said it, bro. And I'll continue to fucking say it. Because, like I said, I've called your office several times this week, and you still have yet to get back to me, buddy. Because you know you're fucking scumbag, and that's just what it is. And that's exactly why you won't get back to me. Because you don't give a shit about 2A anymore, dude. And that's what I'm saying. Like, until I see otherwise, until I see you be introducing Second Amendment Preservation Act or better versions of constitutional carry or better versions of stand your ground, I don't believe for a fucking second you give a shit about the Second Amendment in the state anymore, dude. And I think you sold your fucking soul for some seat is what it is, dude. Probably another $10,000 fucking committee chair or something like that would be my guess. Most likely the rest of these fucking scumbags is my guess. You'll see a bunch of these RINO motherfuckers, especially first termer Monica Basdell, become a fucking chair of something at this point and make a bunch more money is what it is. Because why else would you vote for this scumbag Jason Stevens, dude? And that's exactly what makes sense at this point, honestly, dude. It's the same thing with Gail, you know? Barely won her second term in office. Barely won because of districtings and stuff like that. And yet she's going to vote for this motherfucker. Jay Edwards is not surprising. People were talking about him. That dude, I know for a fact, has been very wish-washy on stuff for a while. And the thing that pisses me off when it comes to people like Chris Dorr and stuff from Ohio Gunners is they're going to sit there and be like, oh, well, Jason Stevens voted on constitutional carry and he voted on stand your ground and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, he voted on these things in fucking years of election cycles, dude. He wanted to get reelected into office. It's as simple as that. It's exactly the same reason why every Republican voted on constitutional carry. It's exactly why they were yes votes. They're like, oh yeah, I'm totally for gun rights and stuff like that. Ha ha ha, not really though. Because as soon as they get in office, what do? They fuck us over again. That's why I'm sick and tired of all these fucking career politicians, dude. There should never be that term together. There should never be the term career and politician in the same fucking phrase, dude. Because these people should not ever be in office for long enough for it to be a career for them. The fact that they keep breaking our constitutional right or our constitution in this state when we have term limits set up to throw them the fuck out of office after 8 years, and yet they just keep flip-flopping our General Assembly every time. Enough is enough of it, dude. And I'm not going to lie, I'm happy as shit right now that you had the state Republican Party basically be like, no, fuck all y'all. You ain't getting a dime from us anymore, dude. So they better realize that the war chest is empty now. So, if they want to run for a third term or anything else for that matter, like, good fucking luck on you on that one, dude. Y'all have shown your true that's the thing, dude. And that's the thing. And I've said this before, honestly, on this channel before when it comes to oath breaking and stuff in the Oathbreaker series, dude. And even Chris Dorset the other day when he was doing his Facebook Live thing, it's like, how long is it going to be before these people break their oath to office? Is it going to be seconds, minutes, weeks, days, months? How long? And in many cases, it's literally fucking seconds that would take the oath, man. It's like maybe like a minute or two at most, where they're like, okay, we're going to vote on speaker now. Okay, I'll vote for this fucking scumbag. Okay, you broke your oath to office now. Get the fuck out, dude. That's what it needs to be, honestly, dude. It needs to be holding these people's feet to the fire so fucking hard like that, that if they're going to do shit like that, you're done. You're completely gone. And until we do stuff like that, until we actually get back to a constitutional republic at this point in this country's history, dude, we're fucking done as a country entirely. And I definitely think that we're getting fucked right now is what it is, dude. So while we're here, actually, I'm going to go to Legiscan and see if there's anything introduced yet or not for Ohio. I know that apparently Illinois decided in the last couple of days to basically ram through their assault weapons ban and other bullshit like that, which is unconstitutional as fuck. So anyway, yeah, as far as I'm aware, there is nothing right now that has been introduced right now for the 2023-2024 season. Most likely because of the fact you have, all this infighting going on there and whatnot. So, but yeah, then we go back to 2021, 2022. We got all this other stuff. Like this thing I don't understand, right? Okay, so you come together as a General Assembly, as elected representatives of we the people, to pass legislation that we want to see passed, like pro 2A legislation or dealing with tech censorship or something good like that, right? We didn't fucking elect you guys to sit here and do some stupid fucking bullshit like honoring Sydney Gilbert as the 2022 Miss American Girl Miss Ohio or naming some fucking stupid ass fucking road after some dead fucking military person or whatever the case be, dude, or some dead cop or whatever it is, dude. Like we didn't elect you to do stupid shit like that is what it is, dude. Now, granted, some people might say that's crass, and I don't give a fuck honestly at this point because again, Yeah, okay, you went and fought for your fucking country, supposedly, but really you fought in a fucking bankers' war, and you got sold a bill of goods is what it was, dude, and you got fucking killed by the U.S. government is what it was, dude. But here's another one, right? Like, prohibit swatting. That should be a thing. Or it should even be a thing of you should be able to make doxing a fucking felony. That's the kind of stuff I want to see become law in this state, dude. Because it's bullshit. And yet you're going to have them do stupid crap, you know? Like I said, I'm trying to go down this a little bit further to see if there's anything that I think is real dumb. Here's what it is. Let's see. This is a lot of stuff that was passed in the last few days of the last General Assembly, so... Oh, yeah, here we go. Passed. Honoring Cecil Thomas for his extraordinary service in the Ohio Senate. No, it's not. He didn't have extraordinary service. He's a fucking literal anti-gun Democrat piece of fucking shit, dude, who has fucked over the state of Ohio for at least the past 8 years and is literally a fucking puppet of Michael Bloomberg. How the hell is it extraordinary service, dude? Or explanatory service, or whatever the case be. No, it's him being a fucking piece of shit that should have been tossed out on his ass and tossed in Ohio fucking prison at this point, dude. Extraordinary or exemplary service, or whatever the case be, isn't some fucking asscock who will sit there and be like, I want universal universal background checks and magazine bans, and those bump stocks are already banned at federal level, let's ban them at state level too as well, and do double stupid shit like that, or fucking trigger devices, and like it's all kinds of retarded bullshit that Bloomberg created, dude, like 20 fucking years ago as a copy and paste document. Most of the shit's already been outlawed anyway at this point, but yet these dumbasses don't actually have enough brain capacity in their fucking teeny fucking pea brains to actually go back, look through the fucking legislation they're introducing and be like, hey, maybe we should clean this up a little bit and make us not look like a bunch of goddamn fucking fools that we are, is what it is, dude. But no, they'll just copy and paste the shit and fucking introduce it then. Oh, here's a big fat envelope full of cash for you. It's a bunch of crap, dude, entirely. I'm so sick and tired of it. And that right there, that specific one right there, HR 465 is a slap in the face to every Ohioan in the state right now, dude. The same exact thing going back to HR 464, honoring Tina Maharoth for her exemplary service in the Ohio Senate. Or 463, Bob Peterson for his exemplary service in the Ohio Senate. No, they're not exemplary service, dude. They're a bunch of scumbags. Especially Tina is anti-white racist ass, dude. Fuck her. That's why she got voted out of office, by the way, because she was anti-white racist cunt. Who I called out at least 10 times on this fucking channel in the past 3 years now. So, but yeah, it's a bunch of crap entirely, dude. I'm so sick of it. But like I said, knowing that we have the Ohio Republican Party now conjuring these people, or censure, I forget, I think that's what it is. It's like censuring or whatever. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. It'll be interesting to see if you have some of them be like, hey, I would like to change my vote now to Derek Marin. Like, I want to do a new speaker vote again. Like, can we please do a new speaker vote again? I changed my mind. Like, that would be funny if they actually did that shit or not. I don't know if they will or not, but it'd be funny if they did, though. So, but anyway, let's see what's going on. While we're still here, we're going to see what's going on Breitbart for a minute here when it comes to the speaker bullshit at federal level there. As far as I know, they didn't elect anybody yet, but we still have a deal tonight, ? 6 GOP holdouts still. Apparently, I guess McCarthy fucking threw a bunch of money in people's pockets or whatever to be like, please go support me now or whatever. It's a bunch of crap entirely, dude. And we got leftist January 6th justice rally in Washington, D.C. Jesus fucking Christ. California Reparations Task Force chair, blacks owed $1 million each. Homeless should be first in line. It was Faison Love, the one black dude who was in that movie Couples Retreat, and he's been in a bunch of other stuff over the years. He actually came out and said specifically the last thing they need to be doing is giving reparations to people there, because all they're going to do is spend on luxury cars and shit. He's not wrong, honestly. That's the sad part. We got Arkansas court could force Hunter to reveal anonymous artwork buyers, meaning Hunter Biden there. Good. Fucking should be forced to. Then you got Chinese turn to street cremations as corona deaths mount. Fucking crazy. Let's see. Dems scramble as Debbie Stabenow announces retirement. Good. There should be nobody in that fucking in the state of Michigan as a Democrat running for 2024, dude. Fuck them. And honestly, I'm gonna say it like it is right now, dude. Like just like with the other motherfuckers, right? When you had Rob Portman and Roy Blunt and all these other people like that in the last, year or so, be like, oh, I'm gonna retire in the 2020, 2022 or whatever. Then get the fuck out now, dude. And we'll replace you early. How about that? Get your fucking ass out of office right now, bitch, and you're gonna be replaced early. And it's the same thing with Debbie Stabenow's bitch ass, dude. It's like you already announced you're gonna be gone in like a year and a half, 2 years. Get the fuck out now, bitch. Leave early, and we'll replace you with a special election now. And of course, you got Democrats push for pro-amnesty House Speaker. Bunch of fucking scum. That's what it is. They're trying to cheat forever. Is what it is, dude. Let's see here now. We got movie attendance collapses 48% over 4 very woke years. Not surprising on that one. This one's fucked up, and this is something I actually have up here already, which is Oregon wants to hide student gender identity from parents. It's disgusting. Oregon Department of Education wants to hide student gender identity from their parents. So the Oregon Department of Education published a guide that encourages schools to hide students' gender identity from their parents. The 48-page document titled Supporting Gender Expansive Students, Guidance for Schools not only pushes gender ideology and queer theory, it also tells schools to hide information from students' parents when possible. How the fuck are these people not in prison right now, dude, is the real question. How the fuck are the people at the Oregon Department of Education not in a fucking jail cell for child molestation at this point, dude? And child abuse for that matter as well. It's a bunch of shit entirely, dude. So, anyway. Let's see. That's too bad. Got a former Browns player. Critical condition for saving kids from drowning. Trying to see if there's anything else we're talking about here in the shit. Donald Trump Jr. praises House conservative as the best deal the right has ever gotten. That idiot Bolton trying to run for 2024. Jesus Christ, dude. What a fucking pansy ass motherfucker, dude. Going to the Donald Trump Jr. article there, it says, Donald Trump Jr. praised conservative Republicans on Friday for achieving the, quote, best deal conservatives have ever received from GOP leadership as Republicans began to coalesce behind leader Kevin McCarthy for Speaker of the House. Said, quote, proud of my conservative friends in the House who just won the best deal the right has ever gotten from Republican leadership. We need to put petty personal disputes aside and do what's the best for the movement. This is a transitional deal that will change Congress for the better. You know, I'm going to say fuck you, Donald Trump Jr., because it's not personal pay disputes, bro. It's what's best for the American people. And what's best for the American people, buddy, is not fucking asshole Kevin McCarthy as Speaker of the House. Number one. I don't care what you or your fucking dad wants to say, dude. Like, it's bullshit, dude, entirely. Kevin McCarthy is a RINO fucking sack of shit. He has helped pass like 10 fucking omnibus bills, put us into over $30 trillion in fucking national debt at this point. No, fuck him and fuck everybody else with on omnibus bills, dude. They should all be thrown out of office right now. And I'll say it like I said before, dude. When you have this fucking ass clown being voted, being nominated and then voted on and stuff like that over a dozen fucking times now, enough is enough, dude. Every single person voting yes for this douchebag in the first 11 times should have been tossed out of office, dude. And we should have gone back to a different thing entirely. So, anyway. Continuing on here, it says, McCarthy and his allies have been negotiating with the 21 Republicans, many of whom are Freedom Caucus members who have voted against him. On Friday morning, Breitbart News' Ashley Oliver reported that the sides were close to striking a deal that noted key concessions that McCarthy has made, largely designed to shift more power from Republican leadership to rank and file members, as well as House Freedom Caucus members specifically. She added, McCarthy has offered a one-member threshold for a motion to vacate the chair, a rule that allows a speaker to be ousted mid-Congress. He has also offered Freedom Caucus members more seats on the Rules Committee and pledged votes on certain legislation, including term limits and border security. And that's the thing, right? Like, this is the problem, though, right? He can pledge to do that stuff when he's not speaker and then turn around after he becomes speaker and be like, ha ha ha, gotcha, motherfuckers. I'm not giving you any of that fucking deal. And then just fuck him in the ass is what it is, dude. So no, until you have a legit binding contract to where that motherfucker would be like, I will sign this binding contract, and if I break this binding contract, you can remove my ass from fucking office entirely. Like, fuck him. It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit spewing out of his fucking mouth at that point, dude, is what it is. It's all a bunch of fucking oral contract crap is what it is, dude. It ain't binding any way, shape, or form at this point, dude. So no, get that shit on paper, force him to fucking write his name to it. And I'm not talking about just like Kevin McCarthy. I'm talking about his first, middle, and last name all the way, because that makes it a legit binding contract. And that's how you're supposed to be signing your name as president of the United States, by the way, or a governor or anything else like that, dude. But almost none of them do. So that's why they're actually not even legal governors or presidents or anything like that, dude, is what it is. So, no, you have him sign Kevin, whatever the hell's middle name is, and then McCarthy after that. And you have that shit be legit on paper as an actual contract. And if he breaks that contract, yeah, you fucking remove his ass from office, and that's what it is, dude, entirely. Anyway, so his first speaker vote on Friday, which was the 12th vote so far, evidenced that the sides were coming closer together as McCarthy picked up 14 votes from those who had repeatedly voted against him, bringing his total now to 213. In the next round, McCarthy did even better with reaching 214 votes. He still needs 218. If all members are present and voting, threshold drops one vote for every two members who are absent or vote present. So as the show Momentum Friday initial vote, Turning Point USA founder and President Charlie Kirk also noted that Republicans who had held out and began voting for McCarthy after a developing deal became apparent. Yeah, it says Dan Bishop, a couple of people here, Ralph Norman, Scott Perry, Chip Roy. Wow, that's surprising, dude. Paul Gozer. So these Republican congressmen and women are close to delivering the most conservative Congress in history. Big deal. Yeah, I would say, but I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Again, like, you know, like I'm very much like, is this what we really want, though, is what it is, dude. Like, again, to me, it's all fucking talk. It's all talk, and it could be just that, you know? And that's my problem right now with these people, dude. It's like, if you're just going to sit there and talk about it or whatever, and it's going to be him just fucking you over at the end of the day, man, like, yeah, I'm not okay with that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if I was in Congress right now and I was to, you know, change my vote to the guy, whatever the case be, I'd be like, hey, I want you to put your name on this contract right here. And if you fuck us over, guess what, buddy? You're done here forever, is what it is. Because we will see your ass in jail for breaking this contract, is what it is. We will see you out of Congress and in jail after that, that'll be the case. And unless he's willing to do that stuff, like, fuck him is what it is, dude, for real. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens, though. It'll be very interesting what happens, though. So before we leave today, I actually do want to jump back to Breitbart again here because something that popped up here about Hugh Jackman and Bryan Singer specifically, and we all know Bryan Singer's a fucking child molester. Hugh Jackman calls Bryan Singer's X-Men legacy complex, skirts teen grooming accusations. Oh, it wasn't just accusations, bro. That dude fucking molested kids. And the fact that you have Hugh Jackman literally willing to back Bryan Singer's bitch ass in any way, shape, or form, dude, is just bullshit entirely. It's disgusting, dude. So, yeah, just fucking sickens me. And that's what I've been saying forever, dude, on this channel and, you know, throughout my time on YouTube and stuff like that. It's not even that Hollywood has just a pedophile problem, being Bryan Singer and company like that actually are child molesters. What the problem in Hollywood more so is you have a pedophile enabler problem with people like Hugh Jackman who are willing to sit there and be like, well, the guy made some good movies. I know he raped kids and stuff, but I'm not going to say a fucking word about that one because I would no longer be an A-list star in Hollywood is what it is. Or it's something where it's like the go along to get along crap of like, well, there is that video out there of, me and Hugh Jackman fucking doing some stuff with some teenage girl I didn't realize was under the age of 18 kind of thing or something like that is what it is, dude, in most cases. It's just like the reason why people like Ben Affleck or Matt Damon and stuff like that won't come out and be against Hollywood pedophiles, dude, because they probably have that kind of stuff on them is what it is, where they've had, we're at some random Hollywood star's house or something like that for some major party or something like that and end up getting blown off by like a 14 or 15-year-old girl that said she was 18 is what it was, dude. And the sad part is that's the mutual assured destruction they have on these people is what it is in most cases, dude. And if it's not that stuff, then it's basically like, oh, well, you're not going to make $1 billion kind of thing in contracts and stuff like that over the next 10 years or some shit. So either way, it's disgusting. And it fucking sickens me in my core is what it is, dude. Because that's the problem with Hollywood right now entirely. So. Thought Pete Davidson was fucking Kim Kardashian most recently. Apparently not, though. Let's see. Christians around the world welcome 3 wise men from Epiphany. Interesting. That's cool. Parents of murdered Idaho student want death penalty for suspect. He fucking should get death penalty, dude. For real. He should have been killed already at this point. Fuck the trial, dude. We already know the guy's guilty as fuck. Just kill him and be done with it. Seriously. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. We got hackers leak email addresses at 235 million Twitter users. Yeah, that's not good. I don't know if that's all Twitter users or that's just like a portion of Twitter users currently. So, okay, hack occurred in early 2021 because that was before I was on the platform. Then if it'll be the case. Okay, so I'm okay with that one. Though I'm not okay with that one, but like I'm okay because I didn't actually get fucked over on that one because I wasn't on the platform before that time. So, anyway, let's see. Facebook faces $414 million fine in Europe over targeted ads. Should be $1 billion. Biden administration says Juan Guaido, not president of Venezuela, paving way for Muradu ties. By the way, Juan Guaido is 100% the fucking Venezuelan Obama, dude. You can't tell me that guy's not. He if you look at that guy compared to Barack Obama, they fucking look like similar dudes, dude. Like if they did a DNA test and it came back that was like these dudes had like a 70% match or some shit, I would not be surprised by it. So, yeah. But anyway, let's see anything else we're talking about here. Customer opens fire, kills masked alleged robber in Houston restaurant. Good for them. Dollar store clerk faces manslaughter charge after shooting alleged armed robber. Fuck that, dude. That's bullshit. I guarantee that's in some leftist state. Let's see what state that's actually in. Oh, Louisiana. Monroe, Louisiana, shot and killed an armed robber Monday and was subsequently charged with manslaughter. Fuck that shit, dude. That is 100% stand your ground, dude. That person's pointing a gun in your face and stuff like that, and you were able to get your own gun out in the fight and shit like that and fight them and stuff, dude, and actually kill them. Nah, that's stand your ground every fucking state in this country, dude. Over 16 million guns sold in 2022 alone. Good. It's time to arm the fuck up, dude, for this. What's coming now is what it is. So, official report: California lacks a clear strategy for meeting climate goals. That's not surprising at all. And then you got dipshit Pete fucking using all kinds of resources in America. Fucking lazy bastard. That guy really is failing up, dude. Like, that's the one thing I'll agree with Nina Turner on. Like, Pete Buttigieg is one of the people that's failed up so hard in this country. It's not even funny. But, yeah, that's about all we got for today. I don't think there's anything else we want to talk about in this. I think it's all, after that, it's all old shit then. Oh, race for RNC chair intensifies. A close look at both candidates. By the way, the chick on the left in the blue suit jacket is who we actually want to become RNC speaker now. RNC chair now, I mean. Because fuck Ronna McDowell, Mitt Romney's niece on the right there. it's time for I forget how to pronounce that chick's name, but it's the one that was Carrie Lake's chick a few months back now. Harmet Dillon or Dilion, how to pronounce the name. It's like it's spelled Dhillon. Yeah, it said the question of National Party leadership remains in the balance as Rhonda McDowell, who has taken a bunch of fucking money for personal use stuff as RNC chair, and Harmet Delian battle to lead the Republican National Committee heading into the 2024 election cycle. So 168 committee members will vote in late January to determine who will become RNC chair. McDowell has announced her intention to seek a fourth term, which she should have been tossed out after 2 at this point, honestly. In the wake of Republican candidates underperforming nationally last November, McDowell's leadership has come under renewed criticism as she has overseen 2 prior losing election cycles, and questions have arisen regarding her spending habits and Republican messaging. Harmet's challenge to McDowell has also raised some questions for Republicans. Some in the party have questions about past comments on abortion and immigration, and she has faced criticism, also based on comments that Democrats meddle in Republican primaries, because they fucking do, by the way. That's actually true, dude. You actually have people specifically coming out of the woodwork and being like, hey, we're all Democrats. Let's go vote in the Republican primary to put some other asshole in fucking place is what it is, dude. Yes, they do meddle in fucking elections like that, dude. 100%. And it's the same exact thing with Democrats running as Republicans and Republican primaries and stuff like that as well, dude. So just to fuck over actual Republicans is what it is. Which is exactly why we don't have a 2-party system at this point. Just have like 10, 20 parties is what it is, dude. State levels for primaries and stuff. And whoever gets the most votes gets the most votes and gets the fucking, position is what it is then, man. Simple as that, really. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, Harmet said RNC should be more active in that kind of stuff to squash that shit. So whoever wins the race for RNC chair will have a defining role in shaping Republican electoral success in 2024, given the stakes. The vetting is on, and 168 committee members have a lot to consider in the run-up to the vote in late January. Breitbart News spoke to both McDowell and Harmet about the race and offered them a chance to respond to some of the criticism each faces. Then it goes on to talk about their policies and stuff and whatnot. I'm not going to bother reading all that because it's going to be another 15 minutes of all that shit, dude. Yeah, this is like legitimately like 5 pages worth of shit that they're talking about here. So, but yeah, you all can read that for yourself later if that be the case, man. I plan on reading it later myself. I'm just not going to read it on camera is what it is because it's going to take me like 10, 15 minutes probably to get through it is what it is. I don't have that kind of time to do this stuff right now. So, but either way, yeah, it's interesting, dude. And like I said, I hope that Harmon actually becomes a new RNC chair there because she should be at this point, dude. Fuck Ronna McDowell. She's a scumbag. She is a fucking traitor to the party. Here's the thing about fucking Ronna McDowell, dude. The fact that she has direct ties to Mitt Romney, one of the biggest fucking RINO sacks of shit in U.S. history, that alone should have seen her tossed after the second fucking term, dude. Like, seriously. And now that it's come out that she spent like tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars on fucking personal use shit and private plane rides, everything else like that, dude. Like, no, this bitch is just in it for the fucking money and the privileges stuff, dude, to steal American tax money from the actual chair, from the actual party as the chair of it to sit there and fucking spend on herself is what it is, dude. And that's the problem with power entirely in this country, dude. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And those who seek power are the least deserving of it is what it is, dude, for real. Like, those who want the power are the ones who do not deserve the power. Those who don't want the power are the ones who should have the power. And like I said before, when it comes to myself personally, dude, do I really want to become governor of Ohio? Do I really want to become a state rep in the state? Fuck no. The entire point of me running in either one of those races would be to actually deal with the fucking corruption at the state level here, because it would have to be me being in that position, seeing the shit from the inside out, and being able to actually get it on camera and stuff like that. And actually, I had one of my subs last night, or this morning, or whatever it was, say to me I should become a PI or something like that. So I looked into that, actually, and I thought it was going to be like a big process, and it actually is. You have to do 4,000 hours of PI work for some firm before you can actually become a licensed PI in the state of Ohio, as well as pay, I think it's like $400 or $500 in various fees. And that's just like the minimum stuff you have to pay for. And yeah, there's no way that I have that kind of time or that kind of money right now is what it is. So there's no way in hell I can become a licensed PI in the state of Ohio at this point, dude. Now, granted, there's also an alternative for that 4,000 hours, just basically getting a criminal justice degree, which again, I don't have the time or the fucking resources to go out there and get a goddamn degree right now in that fucking criminal justice is what it is, dude. So yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. If anything, I just do investigative journalism is what it is. And that's what I've been trying to do here this whole time, honestly, dude. That's why I do the Oathbreaker series on occasion now, which I'm going to try to do that again more this year. And that's why I do the work and the research and stuff like that to get the topics at hand of what these people should be charged with when it comes to actual law enforcement in this country. And that's the problem right now. You know, even being a PI and stuff like that, you're not actual law enforcement. What we need is actual law enforcement to step the fuck up right now. Like I said, you know, sheriff's deputies, city cops, whatever it is, dude, doesn't matter. Police chiefs, any of that stuff, state police, federal agents, any of them, dude, and actually be willing to put their career on the line to arrest these scumbag, corrupt politicians is what it is, dude. But that's the problem. They don't want to put their careers on the line because it's like, oh, if I do this, like I'm fucked kind of thing. Maybe if it doesn't go the way that we want it to is what it is. And that's why so many of them are so scared to do it is what it is. And I don't blame them honestly for that one because again, it's hard to, you know, it really is hard to get enough evidence to actually convict in a lot of cases, dude. Because again, going back to when I talked with my state rep about with Allison Russo and the whole, you know, possible envelope full of cash bribe there from Moms Man Action, dude. He's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to investigate when it's just an envelope being handed from a member of Moms Man Action to a state rep is what it is, dude. Like that could be anything in there. Now, granted, we could say it's cash and, you know, investigate it as such if that be the case, but that doesn't make it actually the truth at that point. It's basically just alleged that it's cash is what it is, dude, which makes sense if it was. But again, it could be a bunch of fucking hell. It could have been a bunch of paperwork for all the fuck I know. But the fact of the matter was the specific envelope that was handed. It's not like it was a big vanilla envelope or whatever the case be, dude. It was like legitimately like a fucking little white envelope that would be just perfect to throw like a stack of cash into, and then hand it off to somebody. Like that's what I'm saying. Like to me, that unless you're handing them like a piece of paperwork that's like, oh, here's the thing that you needed for that run that you're trying to do in that special election or whatever the case be, which that could have been stuff too as well, dude. Or it could have been even something where it was like, oh, hey, here's that, you know, here's a list of those names that you wanted for people that were like willing to back you for that whole thing is what it was, dude, or something like that. But even still, you know, and hell, for all the fuck we know, this could have been a year in the fucking making at this point, or actually more than a year in the making. Could have been like about a year and a half in the making or so, give or take, where you had MDA figuring out stuff behind closed doors there and doing this whole fucking deal with Jason Stevens fucking a year and a half ago is what it is, dude. And working with Russo and company to do it is what it was, dude. Now, granted, do I think Democrats are that smart to be planning shit like years in advance? In some cases, yes. In most cases, no. They're fucking dumb, dude, is what it is. But the entire point is, when even Russo herself admitted it was like a couple hours before the vote, supposedly, that the Democrat Party finally got behind Jason Stevens. It's like, I don't believe that for a minute, dude. I believe it was weeks in the making at this point, honestly, dude. Like as soon as you had the fucking vote count from the Republican caucus, from that one that they did after the election cycle, I guarantee they were trying to do some shady shit since then, dude. So it's been probably a good month or so since then that they've been doing that stuff. So anyway, I don't think we're ever going to know the truth, honestly, until these people are arrested and actually, you know, basically forced to testify and you know, sort of grilled enough to where it's like giving up the fucking goods against each other and like exchange for like, you know, turning state's evidence kind of thing is what it would be then. Because until that shit happens, I don't think anything is ever going to change what it is. The problem right now is it's the ones at the top. It's the Allison Russos, it's Casey Weinsteins, it's the Bill Seitz types that need to be going down hard for everything. And it's the people like the Mike Loycheks or even like one of these first termer people or whatever the case be in the Democrat Party that need to be the ones basically turning the state's evidence and getting like a better deal is what it is, dude. To turn on everybody else is what it is then. Because my problem is when you have these people who are all criminals at this point, dude, let's face it, you know, in some way, shape, or form, they've done crimes. You know, if nothing else, they've done oath breaking. And the fact they're not being charged with that, the fact they're not being called out for that, the fact they're not being, removed from the parties because of that shit is ridiculous, dude. The fact that oath breaking itself is not a crime in Ohio or America for that matter anymore is bullshit entirely. And that's the entire point of the whole thing. So, anyway, that's pretty much where we're at for the day, though. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. It'll be interesting to see if come next week we'll actually have legislation being introduced or not. I'm guessing it may, but then again, I know last year, or was it 2 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago. After the whole January 6th thing, you had the entire Ohio House be out for like the entire month of January. They didn't come back until like February. So I could easily see it being something like that again, dude, where they're just out for the rest of the month. Is what it is, on some like break/vacation stuff. And it's not really like a break/vacation. It would basically be, okay, we're trying to get together like a bunch of paperwork for various legislation we want to introduce. It's going to take us a couple weeks to get that done or whatever kind of thing. And then it's basically them coming back in like, 2, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it is, and just have like a stack of paperwork at that point of like, here's HB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 through like 50 basically or something. Or it's like, here's Senate Bill 1 through 25 or some shit like that. And that would make sense to me, honestly. So either way, it is what it is. And it'll be interesting to see what happens, though. Like I said, I'm going to call up my state rep's office again come Monday morning. I'm also going to call up a couple other people come Monday morning, see what the hell's going on here, and see if I get any aides to pick up or not, if they're even in office at that point, or if I can, hear back from somebody. I'm going to keep leaving messages for these people at this point, dude, because I want to know what the fuck's happening right now, dude. Like, I feel like we're definitely in this weird flux right now, and I just want to be secure in knowing that I'm not about to be having to do, fucking the next 6 months worth of work right now to fight for my constitutional rights to keep and bear arms in the state, dude, because a bunch of fucking Democrats are going to try to shove through a bunch of unconstitutional red flag and universal background check shit. And that's my biggest problem right now. It's just bullshit entirely, dude. So anyway, that's where we're at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one.